Hey, Coach. Trent from Central Alabama Sandouts. This question is for Coach Limbaugh. What are the main goals of Fayetteville's program this year?
Main goal is to get to the playoffs. You know, we've been looking for that for several years now, but going to Class 1A where we should have been all along, we really feel like we're a 1A school. We're always smaller in numbers, but now we have, a place where we can play, be more competitive. So playoffs are our goal, and to better ourselves. Every time we step on the field of play, we want to better ourselves and, grow these boys into men. And I had a good group with me here today.
Coaches Derek Chapman with Central Alabama Standouts. How have the preparations been going, and what are the key areas of focus?
Key areas of focus is our defense this year. And, Coach Collier's done a great job with our offense, and Coach Jason Jackson does a great job with our defense. We've been focused more on defense this year, and we're going to be in a 4-2-5, and we want to go get it instead of it come to us. We want to go after it. So we want our offensive guys to, we're a RPO offense, and we move things pretty fast. We want to do the same thing on defense. We want to go fast and get after it.
All right, Coach, how have the off-season training and preparations been going?
Oh, great. We've had a great summer. And the thing about this team is we got 35 of the best kids you could ever want on a football team, but we got a great locker room. And I think that's really important. These kids love each other and will fight for each other, and they really get after it. I don't have to call and beg kids to come to workouts. They're already there. They're there. I have some kids that show up before I do, and that's pretty amazing. I always try to be the first one on the scene, and these guys are showing up at 6:30 in the morning to get there before I do. So they're excited about it. They get along real well. They work together real well, and I love the locker room. Now, as far as our workouts, our kids are getting stronger, and we've been to some, OTAs and 7-on-7s, and we've done quite well this summer. So we've seen improvement in all areas of play, so we're very excited about it.
Okay, Coach, how do you ensure that your team stays healthy and avoids injuries?
Oh, well, that's the weight room. We got our kids stronger. We hydrate well. We keep our kids hydrated, keep water in them. But basically, to avoid injury, you got to be a strong individual. You got to get in that weight room and work out. And we got coaches working our kids out and kids that want to. So they're all getting stronger. And we're going to stay on the field of play, through our diligence of hard work.
Coach Bruce Carr, B101, Silicaga. You talked about dropping down to 1A, and how that, I believe, excited you a little bit to do
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your region that you're going to participate, because the top 4 teams in each region go to the playoffs, and you mentioned that's obviously a goal for this team.
That's right.
Not this year, but every year. But tell us a little bit about your region and what it's going to take to get to that first week of the playoffs.
Well, thank you, Bruce. I appreciate the question. I don't, everybody says we're dropping down. I really look at it like we're where we should have been all along. If we're 1A, I think we'd have been in the playoffs the last several years. And people that don't understand football, they don't understand what our kids have been battling against. These guys here, when they're in the game, when I played, I never wanted to come out of the game. They don't either. But when you're playing a team that's got 50, 55 on the sidelines, you're there with 27, 28 like we were last year, that's a huge disadvantage. You can be leading a game, doing well in that first half, go out there that second half, and you can just see the energy level kind of drop a little bit because we're giving out, we're tired. So now, we're getting to that level now where everybody is the same, and you've got the same number of players, and it's a more even playing field. That said, we're playing some teams that's quite good, but we're excited about it. And we played teams last year, B.B. Comer, and nobody in 1A ball was on the B.B. Comer level. And they've gone up to 3A, and we're at 1A now. So you can see the difference right there. But Winterboro is going to be a tough opponent. They gained a lot of players from TC, and they were already good. So they're going to be a very credible threat to deal with. And like I said, Wally, they got this kid I've been told going to Penn State. We're going to keep him down, keep his yardage from going insane. So we got some work cut out for us, but I'm very excited about it. Hey, we got Coach Griff is there in the league now with us, and used to be at Sylacauga. He's a great coach, a great individual, and he's going to do a great job there. So we got him to deal with this year, and so we're very excited about it though. We believe we'll be in those playoffs. That's our goal, to be there, and it's not just to be there, but we want to be in the top. We want to host a game again, so we want to be back. Our whole deal this year is to rise. And we want to rise above people's expectations. We want to rise from being down low like we have been to being back on the top. We've been there before. We want to do it again. So we're going to rise up.
This question is for the players. Guys, what is it like to play for John Limbaugh at Fayetteville?
It's amazing. He's a great man. He's always at practice, motivating us to be, better than as we think we should be. He's always pushing us to be better. And, these past few years, we played a lot of tough teams, a lot of good teams. And Coach Limbaugh just told us, just keep pushing. At the end of the day, we can only do what we can. And Coach Limbaugh helps us with that through and through.
This question is for Coach. What are some players to watch this season, and what roles do they play in the team strategy?
Well, I got them right around me. Cam Hammond's 1,200 some odd yards last year, and we're looking for that and more this year. He's a very capable player, gives his heart every time he's out there. Whether you're playing checkers or football, he doesn't like to lose. So he really is that kid. He's that one that you want on your team, and I really appreciate all that he brings offensively and defensively. He's in the secondary on defense. He's in the backfield on our offense, and we're looking for great things out of him this year. And Caleb Woods right here, he's part of our offensive line. He's been snapping the ball for us real well, so he has to make a lot of those calls, those blocking calls, and he's very intelligent. He can do that very well. And Cole Hardy, he's been playing ball for me since he's in 7th grade. And this is a young man that's he goes after it with all his energy and heart and job and determination every time he steps on the field of play. But he's also a practice player. A lot of guys, you say he's a gamer. He just goes out there. He's a gamer. But this young man here works hard at practice every day. And with the guys like the ones sitting at this table, we're going to do just fine. Britton Cantrell's not with us today. He's our quarterback. Also plays in the backfield. He's another player to watch out for. He's very intelligent, makes good decisions, very tough. You're going to see a lot out of Fayetteville this year. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Shrimp, switch y'all on standouts. This question is for all players. Can you describe your role on the team, and how has it evolved over the years?
Everybody on this table up here is a leader. We've all started out from underclassmen, picking up water bottles, doing everything else. Our role on the team is to keep everybody moving, wanting to be in the game, and wanting to give it at all.
Yeah, I say a big part of our team is energy. If we go out on the field, we don't have good energy, as a team, and we go out there, negative, not thinking about football how we should think about football, going out there with a losing mentality. As long as we hold each other accountable and make sure that every day at practice we're pushing each other, because a day at practice where you go out there and you have an easy day, a light day, you're not putting in the work and the effort, that's not a good practice, and we don't need that. We need every day we go out there to improve and to get better and be better as a team, hold each other accountable, make sure little things are picked up, water bottles, make sure the water coolers are filled up, make sure that the locker room's clean, because, we have a brand new facility, brand new weight room, and we want to take care of it and make it last and make it be good.
I think for the past few years we've watched seniors and other athletes, and I think that we're ready to rise into the new roles and just help succeed.
Absolutely. One thing I'll say about these players is, like yesterday, we were there and I heard one of our players tell the team, look, guys, we got to get in and clean up this locker room, and it doesn't look good. Let's get in and clean it up. And that's what you got to have, leaders to step up and do that kind of stuff without asking. them to do so. And these guys are all guys that do that, and it's going to carry us a long ways.
All right. Derek Chapman with Central Alabama Standouts. This question is to the players. How do you feel about the upcoming season, and what are your personal goals?
I feel very good about this upcoming season. I feel like our team's going to definitely make the playoffs. I have no doubt in my mind. My personal goals are to make All-State this year. And that's all.
I think honestly that our goals for the season this year are, to go to playoffs. Every year it's our goal to go to playoffs. And personal goal for myself, I've got all county the past 2 years in a row. I want to get that again, and I'm pushing for All-State on defense. And, we work hard as a team to push through practices and games, and we, have goals that we not only want to beat every team we play, we want to make sure that they came to play Fayetteville, and they know that we're about, playing football and playing hard and playing together as a team.
I think that our goals have been playoffs, obviously, but I think also what I've seen so far is our goal is just to improve every day. We're under the same system we've been the past few years, so I think we have a great opportunity to improve and build on what we have.
Okay. How do you handle pressure during crucial moments in the game?
I feel like our team handles adversity very well. We snap back. If we throw a pick, we're always coming back on defense, strike them down, get the ball back, so we continue to push forward in the game.
We're a team that always likes to pick each other up, especially, mid-game. Something goes wrong, we can't let that determine the whole game. We have to move past that and pick each other up, even whenever there's negative moments at any time. Cameron's always going to be there behind me to say, hey, you're good, don't worry about it. And same thing with him. If he messes up, I'm going to say, hey, look, you shake it off, it's the next play. It's a game of, one play at a time is how we play.
And that's our whole team.
One thing I like to say about that is life is about big moments, and like a football game, whether it be an interception or a fumble or something like that. Life's about, overcoming these big challenges in your life. And that's what football teaches, and these kids are excellent at doing that. They will snap back. They don't ever give up. I've played, we've done this for a number of years now, and coaches at the end of the game said, Coach, you guys never quit. You guys played hard the whole way. And that's something that we have to tell these guys to do. They do it on their own. They played to the last snap of the ball, to the last tick of the clock, and I really appreciate that about them. But I did say a while ago we had 35 on our roster. We've actually got 37. We had a couple of new ones come in this year. Margaret Pinson and Hunter Millard. They're our new principal and assistant principal, and that's important. That's part of being able to find success. You have the right people in place, and these guys are going to help us out a lot in athletics. And I really appreciate them being part of our program and what we're about.
This is Trent from Central Alabama Standouts. This question is for the players. How do you guys balance school and football?
After school, we go to work, we go to practice, and then after practice, we get out about 6:30, 5-ish sometimes. On Wednesdays, we get out at 5. After church on Wednesdays, you go home, you do your schoolwork, and then after practice, you go home, do your schoolwork. You have plenty of time after practice to do whatever you got to do to get done.
And our teachers and faculty, at our school, they're very lenient because they know that we play sports. So if we miss a test or, we got practice and we don't have time to study for something, they'll say, well, take the test on a Thursday instead of taking it on a Tuesday. They're very lenient with us to make sure that, we can keep our grades right because, for us, our grades are just as important as football is. That's preached to us every year. Coach Lamar says, if your grades ain't right, then football ain't right. You got to have your grades right to play football.
Everybody in our community is pushing us to succeed.
Coach, who are some of your toughest opponents on your schedule this year?
Well, like I said just a moment ago, I would say Wadley and Winterboro, but all of them. I think our toughest opponent on our schedule is the Fayetteville Wolves. We have to overcome our own deficiencies. That's just not coach speak either. That's the truth. We got to overcome our own deficiencies. We got to be the best offensive team we can be and the best defensive team we can be. we got to hit hard, brother. I mean, we got to get after it. We got to hit hard. That's what this game. Last time I looked, this game is all about blocking and tackling. And you know, you hear coaches say things about X's and O's, and it really is the truth in football. It's not about that. I've beaten a lot of people on paper, but when you get on the field of play, things become a lot different. And you got to have the right people around you. I've looked at it this way. I would get in the foxhole with any of these guys here. And, you know, the true test of a man is will he have you back? Will he protect you? And I know these guys will fight for each other. They'll fight for this program. They'll fight for the right things. They'll do the right things. These guys are involved in community service. And what I love about Fayetteville, gentlemen, if you've ever been to Fayetteville, you'll figure it out real quick. It's all about family. This young man talked about community. That's what it's all about. And we have the best fans of anyone. These folks want to win, but they're always support. I have schools, coaches. They talk about all the time, hey, your people travel. They love us on the schedule because they're going to get a good gate. You know, we'll give them thousands of dollars just putting us on the schedule. Our people are going to travel. So this is a feeling of family, and it's a good atmosphere to be in.
This question is to Coach Derek Chapman with Central Alabama Standouts. Coach, how do you handle the mental and emotional aspects of coaching?
Well, I've been doing this a while now, and you know, I've got the age, and I think, you know, and that helps a lot because with age comes experience. And you understand that at the end of the day, there is more than one way to win, okay? And, you know, Cole mentioned it. You get wins in the classroom, making good grades. You get wins when a young man goes to college. You get a win. But you get a win when that young man becomes a great husband and later a great father. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. There is more to football than that game. And let me tell you something. As tough as that game gets, as bad as that game gets, life hits you a lot harder. At the end of the day, this is football, and it's meant to be fun. I want our kids to have fun playing it. Pressure in football, not really. Not really. Pressure in life, that's the deal. That's the deal. This is a game.
All right, this question is for Coach. What is your long-term vision for the program, and how do you measure your success?
Long-term vision for a program is continued success. We want people to look at our program and want to be a part of that program. And we have that already. I have people I have to turn away from coaching. I have people come to me, hey, can I help? Because I have a lot of coaches now. We have people that want to be involved in our program, people that want to take part. And I think that says a lot. And there was a time when I looked at Fayetteville, and I said, that's a place I can go to and be a part of the community. That's a place I can go to and see things happen. And we've seen that. We've seen a lot of growth over the years. And like I said before, if we had, as far as winning on the field of play, if we'd have been 1A before, I feel like the last several years we'd have been in those playoffs. But when you're playing the, Lynette's of the world and folks like that, and the BB Comers of the world after, they became what they, became, it was tough. It was tough. But now we're getting to that point where I feel like we can really compete, really play, and really go to the playoffs. But that's not the end-all and be-all of success, guys. How many years in a row you make the playoffs. When a kid comes back, I've been coaching a long time now. When a kid comes back and says, Coach, I remember when you taught me this. Or a kid comes back and asks me if I take part in their wedding. Or a kid comes back just for advice later on. To me, that is the mark of success, is when you make those lifelong relationships. And to me, that's what it's all about. And the one thing I believe in is putting Christ first in all things. When you put Christ first in all things, there's other things to be added to you. The Bible tells us this. So you got to put him first, and I teach that.
Coach, I know we're getting ready to wrap up here, y'all's section of Media Day, but one thing I wanted to kind of bring up was a lot of the private schools can go out and recruit.
Yeah.
You've got to take what's give to you.
That's
you
right.
got to take what's in Fayetteville.
That's exactly right.
And so how does that, from a year-to-year basis, How does that go as far as what you plan on doing or what you want to do offensively and defensively with Fayetteville?
Vince Lombardi said it much better than I could. Vince Lombardi said the measure of who we are is what we do with what we have. And I think we've, a lot of years, measured greatness where others that don't know the game of football don't understand that. Like I said before, when you're, Bruce, when you're playing somebody with 50 players and you've got 25 or 30, you're going to get tired. And you may be leading that ball game to a certain point where your kids are just giving out. And we do a great job, of conditioning and working toward that end of being able to play that fourth quarter. But that's why our goal is to be able to win that fourth quarter. You win that fourth quarter, you go ahead and find that success. But I do believe in our kids. I believe in our program. I believe in our coaches. We got some of the best coaches in the county right there at Fayetteville, and those guys are doing a tremendous job. And we're going to find success, and, on the field of play. We're going to find that success in the classroom. We're going to find that success in community. We're going to have a well-rounded player at Fayetteville, and that's what it's all about. But yes, we're at that level now where I think you're going to see that level of competition averaging out, and then it's going to be that one that's better prepared that's going to find that victory. Absolutely.
Jermaine Moore, East Alabama now. This question is for the players. So Coach has been talking about how he has instilled different things in you guys outside of football. What are some of those things that he's instilled in you that's kind of stuck with you so far?
Coach, every day he's talking about how to be a man, your manners on and off the field, how to treat women. He just wants us overall to be a great person in life.
Every practice for us is a life lesson. Every game for us is a life lesson. And Coach Limbaugh talks to us after every game and tells us, what we need to do to get better and how to improve as a team and how to pick each other up as a team. He's taught us stuff that, it take you years in life to figure out. He tells all of us, about how our relationship with Christ is very important, how to be a good man, you have to do the right things, no matter if you're on the field or off the field. If it's a Friday night, and you're at home and you should be there doing the right things no matter where you're at, no matter if you're on the football field or off of it.
I think one example for me has been good work ethic, whether in your personal life, on the field, or in the classroom. Just always giving 100% is something that I've seen.
He's been a very good lead example. He's a great man.
Coach, why did you bring these players up with you today?
Well, this represents the finest of what we have. And, you look every year at, well, who am I going to carry? Who am I going to carry? These guys are the ones that stepped up. This right here works hard at the field of play every day, but also he's the one that made out our schedules this year. He can do that computer stuff that I can't do. And he made our schedules out. He does a lot for us. In every way, each one of these young men do great things for the program. And they answered, that call. I say, hey, would you like to go with us to the media today? And they were right on it. But they are the ones that represent who we are. So that's why they're here. Great guys, each one of them.